And the new one I have is like so much better. You can do like legitimate jumps now.
I love your title, Hoda. Scenic Resort of Umu.
Come on, you fucks.
Think of those, Jack.
I'm actually looking forward to this week's D&D. Why are you fucking with me? Nah. Oh, well, I gotta...
I wonder what will give me copyright infringement this week.
Me.
So how'd that other one go?
I just
I'm gonna hit
removed,
you with a strike
I just
for my
removed
likeness.
the sound. I just muted it.
Shit, I wouldn't even have done that. I would just I would have just hit him with the back pedal again on it.
Yeah, but one of these
Who
days
keeps-
that's gonna backfire on me.
Is it the same person that keeps fucking striking you?
No. But it was
Are they
another...
affiliated with that one company that does that shit?
No, but it was Bird Calls again. I didn't actually get to listen to the original song because it doesn't exist on the internet anywhere.
I gotta know, how does somebody even just like, how do they find that? Like, I mean, really?
know.
Like, I want to know.
Set up a specialized search algorithm.
Oh, okay.
But on top of that, like the song had been playing for 5 hours before they even, like, it was just this one part that was randomly quiet that happened after Kaz, you took a vape hit. And it was just like, bang.
Maybe they're striking your vape hit.
I don't know.
Strike.
Yeah, right.
Strike.
You should copyright your vape hits. And then
Still, yeah, then
And strike everybody.
profit off of me.
No,
You get
good.
the whole 2 cents.
If I had a choice between making money with YouTube and being broke, I'll take broke.
I get to do both.
Fuck YouTube. I'm this close to saying fuck Mixer at the same time.
And what, go back to Twitch?
Yep.
You son of a bitch, I left Twitch for this bullshit because of you.
No.
You're like, I was an affiliate.
But yeah, especially since fucking Twitch has low latency now.
It's not as good though. Close.
It's close. It's close. It's close enough for me to consider switching. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I love you, Mixer, but you're pissing me off. And the other thing about it is I don't do enough Xbox gameplay to warrant being on fucking Mixer and having so many people come in and being like, I want to play. Oh, okay, cool. Are you on PC or Xbox? Xbox? Oh, fuck off.
But I still want to play with you.
That's too fucking bad.
There are some
Yeah.
people that are just like, well, why
How
are
about
you
the mic?
playing with the controller if you're playing on PC? It's like, 'cause I can, motherfucker.
I mean, some games, it's...
Yeah, but I could not imagine trying to play Rocket League with a fucking keyboard and, nope.
Yep.
Like flight mechanics and driving mechanics with a keyboard? No.
Mhm.
Horrible. Fucking horrible.
Unless they have it set up right in game.
And even then, I'd still prefer the controller. I mean, it could...
Like, if it's mouse steering, I'm fine. If it's fucking AWSD steering, that shit's fucking...
Yeah, but trying to play something like Elite Dangerous with a mouse and keyboard? Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather
I've never really watched that.
I'd rather get a fucking joystick and throttle.
I miss my old joystick and throttle setup.
If these people keep fucking
But that was broke a long time ago.
You're able to fucking... It's kind of funny because it's called a HOTA setup, but the HOTA setup is the one I want is like $400 fucking dollars.
There we go. Stream all set up. Okay.
But it's got the hat and the dual hats and the fucking switches and shit. No, you just ruined your good roll for the day.
Why you already rolling for initiative?
Because I saw my token and I could click on it.
I didn't call for it yet, brother.
I know. I'm just clicking
Being
stuff.
deleted out of the turn order.
That 20 means nothing.
And you're being docked 5 initiative rolls. So you're already at a -5.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
That T-Rex
Everybody,
is
but
coming.
Escalon, roll initiative. Escalon, you're going last.
By the way, the
All right,
T-Rex is
so-
back. He wants revenge.
Who did the last time? Do you remember?
Me. I did.
All right. So we will do
Giggity.
Jack 1, Gary 2, Squish 3. Gary.
Nah. Okay.
You weren't even 3 this time.
I know. I wasn't even. I'm like, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I'm not 3.
But you are 4, Nicated.
So last week we struck a deal with Coralon to bring back Escalon, and Coralon agreed as long as we worked on getting him out of his Feywild prison, and in return he would do us a favor after much arguing. And I think we had to. Did we have to do something for him too?
We have to go destroy a relic.
Yeah, we have to go destroy a relic. And so with Escalon back, there has been some problems with him. He has been infected with Coralon to the point where he now acts like Coralon. Coralon is his #1 fan. And he also has random bouts where he thinks everything is funny, and the more serious of a situation, he doesn't know how to handle it, so he just keeps laughing. He finds everything hilarious.
I finally figured out what that fucking laugh sounds like. It's goddamn Eustace anytime he was under mind control. On fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes!
Little do you know, that is Jack's actual voice.
Oh, wow.
I have actually never watched Courage, this Cowardly Dog, so yeah, that's my actual laugh.
So
No wonder Escalon is boring.
So
Does that make Aurora Muriel?
Oh my god.
Alright, let's hear your best Scottish there, Gary.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. It just divulges into like a South Dakota accent.
I wasn't aware that South Dakota had an accent.
It's a little less lame than North Dakota.
With a Dakota accent.
I think you're thinking of Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin, yeah.
Don't you know?
Yeah, don't you know.
That's Minnesota.
Same place.
Yeah.
Right.
And so then we got into a fight with a bunch of hillbilly crabs that reminded us of Duck Dynasty. And we thought that they were going to attack us with cups, but we ended up eluding them. And we got out of...
Get out of our territory!
Yeah. So we got out of Crabland.
I'm surprised that we didn't stay for crab legs.
They were lobsters.
Yeah.
And you didn't have any butter.
Yeah, we didn't have any butter. So then we traveled to Umu. And
Moo.
Mumu?
I'm making fun of your pronunciation.
So we traveled to the city that we were looking for, and we found out that there are gargoyles there that come alive at night, and we witnessed them picking up a snake-like creature and throwing it down into its death. Oh, and Gary ate a flying snake, just like a piece of pasta, and
That he did.
Gary wants wings. Hashtag find us an alchemist.
So then we went into town, and Escalon was adamant on finding a new set of clothes because his clothes were too plain for him, even though we are trying to look like we're bohemians, I guess.
We're in disguise!
Yeah, we're in disguise. And he wants to find other clothing, so we went down into the city, and we were traveling around, and we ran into a bunch of what were the enemies called? They were like
Pygmy.
yeah,
Veggie
pygmies. So we killed them, and we ended up spending the night in an atrium. But either the gargoyles or the veggie pygmies have found us, and we are now surrounded and going to be attacked.
Which is actually hilarious.
It's actually Yanti.
Oh,
Yes.
Yanti.
Even funnier.
All right. With that, we will go ahead and open you all up to.
If the gargoyles help, it'd be astoundingly laughable.
This. All right. So as I was saying, who took first watch again? It was
Me.
Aurora, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
By my
Of course,
critical
with your
perception.
Your critical perception roll, you saw snake-like creatures start slithering in around just through the edges of the atrium where you all had set up camp.
Mm-hmm.
Two of these, the two up north, seem to have humanoid bodies from head to toe, except their arms seem to be replaced with long necks and heads of snakes. The one off to the right is human from the torso up, snake the rest.
Interesting.
That being said, how about you roll initiative?
No. Up, strike.
I'm surprised you didn't shout out Yahtzee.
I yell that out when I drop a whole bunch of coins on the ground at work. Did that with pennies today. I was like, "Oh, Yahtzee!"
Poor Gary the Snake. He knows he can't poison these. All right. With that, we have Gary the Snake first.
Well, as you said, Gary the Snake knows he can't poison these. He's probably sitting there grumbling to himself. Probably out loud, because he probably forgot that he's not supposed to talk out loud.
Goddamn fucking snake people.
Which kind of leaves me curious as to if the snake people notice he's talking.
Probably not. They probably just see you all huddled over there in the corner.
He is actually going to hide.
Noted.
And once he thinks he's hidden, or is hidden, however you want to... Or my map can just reset. Awesome. He is probably going to start edging his way over here along the wall. He's probably going to get about to here and wait and see what happens.
Alrighty. Alright. Zevik.
What is this?
Rocks.
How tall?
The ceiling above. I'd give it... think of it as coming down as almost a slope downward angle. So it would definitely be run-upable from y'all's side, but at the height of its point, it's about 6.5 feet tall.
So taller than me.
Yes.
And... One, two... Am I in any kind of cover here?
You would be from all of them, actually.
How
Full
much
cover from one, 3/4 from another, and half.
Okay. I will hold action to throw a my hand axes at anybody who comes in range. Any enemies that come in range. And end my turn.
Aurora.
Yeah, I think... And help if I put on the thing. Okay. So I'm gonna go... I'm kind of hidden here, right?
You got half cover from one, full cover from another, and no cover from another.
Then I'll go... I want to say here, then.
That gives you full cover from two, and half cover from one.
Yeah, I'll stay there. And I will hold action for... I guess hold action for spiritual weapon. If any of them come near me, I guess I should say.
I was about to say, technically you are in range to cast that right now, aren't you?
Yeah. But are we... I want to ask the party what is our tactical for this strategy.
Yell it, kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
No, I'm just kidding. That's Doug's input.
I'm gonna ask Zevik since he's next to me.
Kill them?
Are we being sneaky? Are we...
We just got ambushed. I think Sneaky's out the fucking window here.
Yeah, true. Then I will deploy Coralon Stick.
I like how we've actually just named it that.
Where are you deploying Coralon Stick to?
Let me see where my options are. I technically can't see... Let me see if I can ping him. I technically can't see him, right?
He's the one that's in half cover to you.
Ah, okay, then we'll cast... yeah, let's cast it at him.
Alright. Put Coralon Stick. Right there. Except that is in the wrong fucking view. There you go. Coralon Stick.
Actually kind of looks like a pair of saggy tits.
It's because the black from the wall. I gotcha.
Yeah.
They do indeed look like nipples. I'll give you that one.
And
All right.
with that, I'm going to end my turn.
That is a hit. Oh, wow. It didn't put the health for these on them. Yay!
That means they die. No.
No.
That means infinite health.
Oh my
It's like
god.
a bug in a game. It's like a glitch in a regular game.
Oh,
That means by watching my stream, you all don't know how much health they have.
I don't watch your stream.
I don't watch your stream either. I only
Good.
I clock it. I click in just to make sure that all of the screens are up, and then I exit out really quickly before I can see anything.
I just maximize one screen out of all of them.
I just go there long enough to plant the host and leave.
Yeah, because I actually my view that I see on my laptop is of YouTube. Because then that way I can moderate YouTube if I need to.
Alright, so that's happened. Esgaloon.
Let's see. Go ahead and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Bam. And on this one here, hey buddy, catch! Chakram,
That is a hit.
dart, and bonus action to catch my chakram.
Those are both hits. You fucking did a dart for fucking 11 damage.
Monk damage, man.
I know, right?
He finessed that shit.
Alright. Let's see here. What are they gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you want to attack that one as it's running up, or no?
Are you asking me then?
Kez.
No.
What now?
One of them's running up. Are you attacking it?
Yes. Sorry, I was fixing my stream and posting on
Alright.
Twitter.
Toss on. That is a hit. Nope, you only get one attack. You can only hold one attack.
But one attack is 2 actual attacks. One action is 2 attacks. No. No. Just no.
You wish.
But wait, I don't understand.
Wait. But one action is 2 attacks. I held the action.
That isn't how holding an action works.
Suck it! Okay?
You can't hold multiple attack.
I don't understand.
You can't tell me what to do. I don't know you are the down. I don't care.
Oh my god. I gotta tuck it back and go cry.
The tuck it back is what killed me there.
Mhm.
Trannies.
Gotta love them.
I'm not getting paid to love them.
I know, right? See, I have nothing. I have no problem with trannies. I have problems with Kayla's. It's a breed unto itself.
Oh, social justice warriors.
I wouldn't even qualify it as that.
Yeah.
No.
This one's going to go here.
Is it gonna grope a boob on its way by?
As it slithers up to you there, Jack, you see it brandished from its back 2 faintly golden inlaid scimitars.
Ooh, pretty.
And he slashes at you with both of them.
While he's attacking me, I'm wondering if I can get that kind of inlay done on my quarter spear.
That'll be a 20 and 21.
They will both hit.
All right. 9 and 6 damage. As this thing slithers around you, you quickly see that its long snake body has started to wrap itself around you. It is going for a constrict. As you feel it. Yep, that'll hit you. 17 plus 5.
That'll hit me, yes.
As you feel it squeeze and constrict up around your body, you see it looming above your head. You will take an additional 7 damage.
It's been fun, guys.
You are considered restrained. You will be able to save from it on your next turn. Alright, Dougie Fresh.
Alright. Seeing Escalon under attack again, Doug is going to move over here slightly. Let me measure. Yeah, that's within range. And he's going to firebolt it to the face.
Ping! Alright, it's on 13. What does your fireballs look like again? It's been a while.
It's a dark blue flame. Kind of a turquoisey color.
As it whizzes past me, Bay, watch the hair.
Bay?
Why is it only played this one fucking song? You bastard.
At first I just thought you liked chanting tonight.
By the way, I got a message back from the people at the desk. 8 o'clock. I gotta pick it up.
How long is that gonna take?
I gotta wait about 20 minutes for somebody to come here that's got a big enough truck, and then probably like 30 more minutes after that, because it's in town.
Stupid.
Yeah, how dare you buy a desk and have it delivered on D&D Day?
Gary the Snake's home.
Delivered? No, this is I gotta pick it up myself.
Gary the Snake's turn.
No.
Carry the snake's home.
Gary the Snake's home. Kinda.
Gary's actually holding his action to see what Escalon does. Or not Escalon, Zevik.
I remember, you can't hold movement.
No, I understand that, but
He's just holding in stealth.
yeah. Or what he thinks is stealth. I don't know if he's actually stealth.
Alright,
He's patiently salivating,
Zevk.
waiting for dinner.
Zevik's gonna zip out from behind cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move up behind him and go for a fucking straight. He's gonna slash as he goes past.
That's a hit.
Turning, and after that first slash, he's gonna turn and just slash straight, like left or right. And
that's
fuck it up.
As you just see your left or right get caught in one of the maws of its snake arms.
Well, okay.
Alright.
Alrighty. I think seeing Escalon in peril yeah. Yeah, she'd take care of that. She's gonna fire guiding bolts at this one.
Gotcha. That is a hit.
Okay. And then she's gonna follow it up with another hit of her spiritual weapon to him.
Alright, so move the spiritual weapon. Wait. Just grab the penis, man. And that is a miss on the spiritual weapon.
I'm restrained.
You are currently restrained.
And I get the option to save against that.
You can either attack it, or use your action to break the restraint.
Ah! In that case, I am going to say this is too funny. Hey, buddy, how you doing? And then I'm going to headbutt him. So I'm restrained, so that's at disadvantage to attack.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm gonna headbutt him.
That is a hit.
I know you can't see it, but I just linked what you should use for the icon for the sword.
And then I'm going to spend a key point for a stunning strike.
That is a save.
And then I'm going to headbutt him again. And I will spend another key point on another stunning strike. Use all my key points in one round.
That is also a save. I rolled the same thing twice. Which you should be pissed about, because they're both just straight 15s.
Yeah. Oh, you're rolling straight 15s.
Well, I mean, with this bonus. It's just at 15.
Oh, you're rolling 15 with the bonus? Wow.
Yeah.
You're just barely saving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would piss me off a little bit. Well, okay, so that qualifies as 2 strikes. So 2 keys, so I can spend another key for Flurry of Blows, which will let me hit, basically headbutt him 2 more fucking times.
And that'll do it. As you all see Jack lurch back one final time in the coils of this Yanti and just headbutt it again. You just see it just fall backwards, flat onto the floor, as you start feeling its body stop constricting you.
You know, you probably got blood all over your face and in your hair.
I probably do, but I'm probably going to love the look. And as soon as he does, I'm going to look down at him and go, ha! And
as Jack has now beat a Yanti to death with his face.
Let's see. I still have movement and 1 more flurry, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Let's see. And it is bam. And I am just gonna slide right on over here and booyah! I'm gonna just a straight fist right into the gut. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. 1 more headbutt for fun. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I was gonna run up, and I was gonna fucking just slap him right in the face with my own forehead again.
All right. Slap him in the face with your forehead?
Well, I'm just gonna basically pile drive my forehead into his forehead.
All right, that'll be another 10 damage onto that one.
And with that one, I will. Let's see. I will go open hand technique prone. And we're like, sit down! Yeah, probably not a good one.
Off the table. That will be a prone snake.
And I'd be all like, sit down! As these falls. And then my turn.
Apparently Escalon has joined the WWE.
Yeah.
Yep.
Escalon is now Vince McMahon. Pretty soon he'll be asking people to kiss his ass.
Let me tell you. Oh, I can't do WWE voices.
Alright. With that, it is the snake's turns.
His finishing move on one of the snakes will just be...
No, not Gary.
No.
Other snakes.
You didn't specify.
You know the turn order here.
I actually didn't look, so I don't.
That was going to get up and just loom over Jack with 2 giant snake arms and take 2 bites at him. With his snake arms. And that'll be a 19 and a 20.
The 20 will hit, the 19 unfortunately will miss.
Alrighty. That'll be 7 piercing damage. And 7 poison damage. Same thing for Zevik. 2 snake arms to the face. That is a 24 and a 19.
Hit and miss.
4 piercing damage. And there we go, 11. 11 poison damage for you. All right, Doug.
Hold on. He's firing at Zevix.
Gotcha. Second one barely hits. All right. Sneaky snake.
Gary with a snaky war cry.
Ah!
It's gonna try and bite this one.
That is a miss. Oh no, wait, 15, my bad.
Say,
Like,
really? A 12 hit the other one.
I rolled 10 damage. I got distracted by pretty borders. I thought your 10 was the to hit.
I thought so too. Go away.
Alright. And of course, no poison damage. As Gary the Snake has bit itself probably onto one of the human parts of this guy, hoping that it was going to still poison it. I'm sure Gary would make that leap of logic. This part's human. Maybe I can poison it.
No, he wouldn't, because Doug's mostly human.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, Zielvik.
Honestly, Gary's only logic here is he's like, oh, it's Escalon's in trouble again.
Zevik's gonna take a half step back and just do a quick X slash right across the chest of this motherfucker. What the fuck?
With a whiff and a hit. It is still up, but it is looking rough as you've now carved pretty good sections into its humanoid-esque body.
Alrighty. I'm going to hit the one in front of me with Sacred Flame. Ugh.
I will say that from where you are, the one in front of you, actually both of the ones in front of you, are under full cover. You cannot see them.
Ah! Okay. Well then, I will not be on what I was on. And I'm going to go here. And then, do you want me to recast it, or you'll just use?
We'll just use that one.
Okay.
Yay! Dexterity save.
And then I'm going to move the dick 20 feet towards.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. And with that, I end my turn.
Alrighty. Esgaloon.
Esgaloon is going to use Wholeness of Body. Just for 18 points of his nearly dead life.
Yeah, you got close. Again.
Yeah, I was pretty close. That poison damage. And then he is... no, I can't do that. Stay or leave, stay or leave, stay or leave. I am going to go ahead and stay, but I'm going to use my key point on Patient Defense as a bonus action.
Gotcha.
And does it look like Escalon can tell that this one is looking pretty tepid? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't know what I should do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to. I realize that I'm giving.
You're going to try to kill steal? Is that what you're saying?
No, I can't. Almost the body is an action. I can't even attack. Just movement. I'm trying to think movement here. See, Gary is next, then so no, I'll just stay right there. So that's a one use of Wholeness of Body and one key, and then I'll just stand right there. But I with Patient Defense take the dodge action, so now he has disadvantage if he attacks me.
All right.
Can you use a bonus action to drink a potion?
Patient Defense uses the bonus action. It was either bonus action to drink a potion, or bonus action for Patient Defense, or bonus action for a disengage, which would have let me get out of there. But because I'm in flanking with Gary, I decided to stay.
Funny enough, on the snake's turns, this one's going to, of course, attack Zevik. The fuck is that?
My dad's sending me shit.
I like the pirate's answer much better.
We have a 19 and a 21.
Hit and miss.
All right. That'll be another 4 piercing. So keep rolling a 1 on that d4. And poison is another 11. This one is going to take the opportunity attack from the snake and move here. That is a hit for 5 damage. And it is going to put both of its attacks onto Aurora.
Yay.
Seeing that she's a cleric.
So am I. Gotta wait for Mommy to get home.
That'll be a 23
That hits.
and a 19.
That hits.
Alright. So, 6 and 4. So 10 total piercing damage is what you take from the piercing part. And where's me another d6? Did I throw it onto the floor somewhere? Oh well.
I feel like every time you move your decks, there's just a collection of fucking dice underneath of it.
Shut up.
You need to get yourself a dice tower.
And I lost another one. Alright, so that's... Ooh. Alright, that's 12, 16... 22. 22 total poison damage from both ends. I rolled 4 6s and 3 6s and a 4.
Damn.
Alright, Doug.
That one's going towards the one that's hitting Aurora. And then he will send... the first two are towards the one hitting Aurora, and then the last one's going to be towards the one hitting Zevik.
Alright. The one near Zevik gets killed, then. And the one is still in front of Aurora is still alive. Alright. Carry the snake. That is a hit and a kill. As Gary and Doug mop up. Initiative.
Ow.
Doug's going to come over here and probably kick this one in the face repeatedly. Before doing his usual, can I loot off these fucking things?
Alright.
I assume it's an investigation with advantage, but...
Yep. Sorry, I can't almost hear you over random bouts of noise.
It's not a TV, it's a tablet. Damien, turn that down.
While that's happening, Esplan's going to pull out his own signal mirror and investigate his face and all the blood.
It's a very nice pattern.
Yes. I might have to highlight my hair. I think I like the red.
It doesn't stay. It just dries out and becomes sticky.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep killing shit. Or, just cut yourself open, keep dipping your own blood in your hair.
That
Whatever.
sounds painful, but somewhat entertaining.
Alright. What you would find is 6 gold, 28 silver, 11 copper, The only other things to note are 2 gemstones that are 25 gold apiece, and the 2 gold gilded scimitars.
Pretty much, I'm gonna take a swig of holy water, swish it around, and spit out the blood in my mouth.
Now, are they carrying any symbols of whatever they worship?
Why, yes. Yes, they are. Make me a religion check with advantage. These are definitely worshippers of Dendar the Night Serpent.
If that spiritual weapon is still out there, Escalon's going to wander over and look at it and pull his trousers open and look down and compare.
It dwarfs you in all magnificence.
That makes him sad.
Doug's probably going to kick these things a couple more times for good measure, since they worship Dendar. He would, yeah, you can eat them. He would probably dissect them.
Well, I mean, are you dissecting the human bits as well, or just the snake bits?
Both.
All right.
Human meat is meat, after all.
I mean, as a species, cannibalism is a common occurrence.
No, I'm just saying that for the benefit of your party.
Oh. He will also see if he can get the venom sacs off of them.
There's actually no humans in the party. We've got a half-orc and 2 elves. So there wouldn't really be any cannibalism.
Humanoid.
I know humans.
And I'm not a half-orf.
Half-orf.
Orf. Orf.
Half-orf. He's a half-orf.
Yeah, I was a product of an elf and an orc coupling.
Product of an elf? Your dad was an elf?
It's none of your business, sir.
Well, we already know your mom was an orc.
An orf.
I mean, I would imagine elves and orcs having babies would just kind of make something similar to an Eladrin. Because they're both descended from...
Technically, it was not Groomsh's blood that made the elven people. It was only...
It was the mixing of the two, actually. If you're going by lore.
No. From lore, as a standpoint, it says it was only the blood of Coralon.
By the way, have you figured out what I'm getting off of these?
Giggity.
I didn't say what they're getting me off.
Okay, well, whatever you're getting off on these.
That would require Fedris to be here.
All right. All right. You will be able to get 2 of the venom sacs from the snake arms total. And why am I even rolling for meat? Each of them weighs roughly in between 120 to 286 pounds.
So we'll just say 200 even per?
Sure.
He will also collect the snake heads, like the skull.
Gotcha.
It is a really cute cat. It's like, God damn it, human, put me down.
Meow. Now, throw it over your shoulder and see if it sticks to the wall.
Oh, when I spit out the holy water, I spit it out on the snake guy.
Gotcha.
In one of them, like, just take the snaky parts.
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Between the two guys with snake arms, you'd be able to get about a pelt's worth of snake. And one other full pelt from the other dude whose lower half is nothing but snake.
Okay. He's going to toss the remains, the bones, the rest of the skin, etc. outside so other things can eat them.
Gotcha.
And prestidigitate away all the blood and shit.
Alright. So I will say that would probably take you...
An hour.
Yeah. Well, no. Make me a dexterity check, actually. Since time does actually matter here. Alright. Over the course of an hour and 45 minutes. Wasn't your most dexterous work.
Probably because he's tired and grumpy. He will, of course, feed at least some of the meat to the snake. He's probably trying to stuff about 50 pounds worth of meat into the snake at this point per day. If you care.
Alright. Gotcha. Alright. What are you guys doing?
Going back to sleep.
Yep.
Are we changing guard? Or am I still?
That was still right in the middle of your guard.
Yeah.
Doug will string his alarm spell back up.
Alrighty. Alright, with that, who is taking second shift?
Would that be me?
I don't know. Would it?
I don't know.
Oh, doesn't he
Actually-
have to roll his sanity check too?
No, not yet.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure it's like dawn. It should be Jack, though.
Yeah, it
but
should
if
be.
you'd rather wake up Doug for second shift, I can do that.
It's up to Aurora when she wakes up.
I'll probably wake up Doug instead. Knowing that Mr. Crazy Pants over there might find something insanely funny that's about to kill us all.
Alright.
Oh god.
The snake doesn't notice shit.
It is too busy munching on Yanti. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's probably actually never eaten Yanti. Well, no. It might have, but yeah.
Alright. As the night wears on, sounds of the jungle, hideous flaps of what you can only assume are gargoyles, but nothing seems to pay you all any visits again.
Doug will nudge Zevik awake when his shift is over.
Go away.
Oh, dude, you gotta get the fuck up. We don't want Captain Crazy Pants wandering off.
We don't?
I mean, no.
Fine. Zevik will get up.
He's doing that weird giggle shit in his sleep. I'm kind of wondering if he's like transitioned into a child molester or something.
Well, You know, it was your guys' idea to bring him back, so I blame you.
I'm just gonna shrug. I actually blame Coralon.
Not my fault.
Do I actually hear that?
Yes.
You brought him back insane. So yes, it is kind of your fault.
Hey now, you asked for this.
No, I asked you to bring him back.
Who are you talking to?
Coralon's voice in my head.
You can hear Coralon there too.
Oh. Well, you made the deal with him, so, yeah. Anyway, all right. Zevik gets up, draws his sword, and just stands guard.
All right. Give me that perception. As the night bleeds into morning, Zevik, you stand there, looking around, eyes darting between the different holes in the wall. Sun starts to rise, and you turn to start getting your party up, and it looks like none of them are there.
The fuck? Guys?
You quickly wake up with a sharp scream as you had slightly falling asleep. Everyone is still there. And everyone's alive. Good morning!
All right, time to wake up. No. Does that count as a long rest?
Yes. And I need a D100 from the Esgaloon.
Roll a 1. You're cured.
A 15. You are normal today, sir.
And covered in blood.
And covered in blood. Yeah, what? Damn it. I'm going to use a little bit of water to wash my face. With, oh my god, I smell like the lavender too. Ew.
You want it to be pretty.
Do we have to find you a clothing store today?
No, there's nothing wrong with the clothes I'm wearing.
Oh, good, thank God.
You know, it's not like he doesn't remember how he was acting before, is it?
Nope, he perfectly remembers it.
I perfectly remember. I just
choose not to accept it, yes.
Someone's in a state of denial. Yeah, so where are we going? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Weren't we headed towards
Zevik says as he eats some of his ration for the day.
Yeah, Doug will clean up, feed himself and the snake, put the lavender on, and all of the usual morning activities.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my ration, and I'm gonna put on some lavender oil. A light
You all
spritzing.
will notice that you only have about another day's worth of lavender after this one.
Damn.
I actually have only used my lavender oil that one time.
You dumped it all over yourself, though.
That's okay. That's true. I did. I used an excessive amount of it.
You pretty much flash danced the lavender all over you.
Flash dance. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Doug
I got.
will make a note to himself to send off a message tonight if he has the spell slots to ask Mr. Tentacle Man for lavender oil.
Do you remember Mr. Lavender Man's name?
Mr. Lavender Man?
Al.
Mr. Tentacle Man.
I've got it written down here. Hold on.
I just wrote him down as Al. I wasn't going any further than that.
Al Bundy.
Actually, you didn't give me his name. I've just got him written down as a...
It was like Alfred, blah, 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 blah.
Well, no, what he is an Alfoon. Oh, there it is. Okay, Alphil Mazur.
Yep. All right. So, you all get up. Wash. Several of you put the lavender on. Who are you not putting the lavender on?
I've actually never have put the lavender on except for that one day when I was.
I know.
So I'm not today. No.
I was just asking, just making sure.
Not today.
Okay. All right. Where are you guys going? You are here.
Doug will peek outside and make sure that he doesn't see anything immediately, trying to give them like little packs of pygmies.
Oh god, hold on.
Give me a perception. Looks clear. Definitely looks clear.
So, just a heads up, if you guys see any more snakes that aren't, Gary, you should probably just kill them.
Okay. All right, so where are we going?
Weren't we going towards a fire last week? Or, no, I'm sorry, yesterday?
Yeah, I think it's in the compound next to this one.
Doug will look around and see if he can see a fire anywhere.
Looking out, there is still not as pronounced, but there is slight wispy bits of smoke still coming from the central area of that compound from the looks of it.
Then I will carefully head in that direction and don't know what everybody else is doing.
Sorry about that.
Following.
And I will follow as well and attempt to be stealthful about it.
I guess I'll follow too. What are we doing? Sorry. My mother had to nag
We're
me
running
about
away
something.
from you and trying to be stealthful. Oh.
Ah!
Clank, 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 clank,
Yeah.
clank, clank. All right, are you guys just probably going through the front, or what are you doing?
Doug will go out the side, and
I'm in the compound.
Oh, well, I mean, it's either that or we climb the wall.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is the wall?
The wall is 8 feet.
Actually, you know what? Doug would just use the rope of climbing to climb the wall.
All right. Not even going to make you all roll to use the rope of climbing.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems like a futile effort there.
I was just going to have Zevik give me a lift. Push me up there, buddy.
All right,
Rated.
as you all... Who moved?
Oh, I was talking to Kaz, but... Gotcha. Ignore that. Continue, Oda.
As you all make it up and over the wall, you are met with a compound that is a little less disheveled than everything else you've walked into. There's obviously been people here. Looking around, you do actually see implements and signs of things that have either been moved or cleaned up, like something's been staying here.
Doug's gonna look back at the rest of the group and point to the snake and do the whole... actually, you know what? He's just gonna say it in over the message stones. So, do we want to just scout with the snake first, or... I mean, there's obviously been people here.
That's fine. It'd be safer.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, either the snake or I can try. Either way.
You don't want me doing it.
How about you just not wander away from the group, Escalon? I don't want you to get eaten by another T-Rex, please.
Escalon's like the guy. A little companion with dementia.
Doug is going to set himself under what appears to be bushes or what have you, right about there, and vorg out with the snake.
Gotcha. Make me no stealth for the snake.
Snake is bad at stealth today.
Da, 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 da.
I'm a sneaky snake.
He probably is singing. He probably keeps forgetting to use the message stone, so he's literally singing.
Alright, so what you see through his eyes as he starts maneuvering around the compound is going towards the front a little bit, stringing across the sides. He does see that the gate that leads out of this place is lying across the ground, splintered, broken. There are tons of scorch marks all over the walls and ground here.
So it looks like a fight.
Well as about 30 burned and charred corpses in the center of town, one of which seems to be being picked apart by some dogs.
What kind of corpses are they?
Perception check. Well, they look humanoid.
And I can't tell anything beyond that.
Another thing you see is a glaive that seems to have been thrust into a burned out pyre that is still slightly smoldering.
Glaive?
A glaive.
Does it have any weird special markings?
Well, I'm still reading. Charred snake skulls and blackened inhuman vertebrae are lashed to the spear. On a nearby wall, a symbol has been daubed in ash of a snake curled in a spiral, gripping a circle in its jaws, which is, of course, Dindar the Night Serpent's sigil.
Is the glaive one of Dindar's favored weapons?
No, but you know what this is. Several Yuan-ti do this. This is called a spirit.
Oh, what?
It's where a spirit pole. The Yuan-ti burning their dead comrades and arranging their bones to create a effigy to Dindar.
Okay then. Well, do I see what kind of dogs are they? They like look wild, or they look like they might be actually somebody's pets?
Make me have a perception. Wild. Definitely wild.
Yeah, Doug would want to desecrate this. Okay. Doug will stop working, come back, and explain what he saw, and suggest that we take a couple minutes to desecrate the Yuan-ti's little thing.
Okay. How do we do that?
Holy water! Roar, blessed water.
Yes.
Pee on it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that will also work.
Alright, that is out in the center of town, and that is where the dogs are.
He will also mention the dogs and how we probably need to, burn them.
What?
Wild dogs.
So we're gonna go into the center of this town with wild dogs that'll probably bark up a fucking storm the minute they see us. Kill them.
Wild dogs don't usually bark.
Okay. But they're probably gonna be a little either aggressive or run like a motherfucker.
probably aggressive.
I'm gonna go on record to say this is probably a bad idea, but all right.
I mean, if you don't want to, we can continue on. I just feel like it's a good idea to disrupt any base of power Dendar might have.
You know more about this crap than I do, so...
Dendar is another one of the fake deities. Not actually a deity. It's a fucking primordial.
Your mouth is moving, but all I'm hearing is blah, 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 blah. What? You don't hate this deity shit? No offense, Aurora.
None taken.
It's a fake deity. It's not actually a deity. Primordials are beings similar, but not actually gods.
All right, well, let's get this done.
All right, with that, just make the battle map here.
I will say Doug would probably not just walk right into the middle. He's probably... How many dogs are there?
6. 6 wild dogs.
He'd probably see if he can use minor illusion to get them to chase out and go away.
What is this a minor illusion of?
An injured snake person. Probably the one that Escalon was headbutting right before it died.
Gotcha. How far is the range on minor illusion? 30 feet. You still have to get within 30 feet of them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just paint this picture then.
Actually, you know what? It can create a sound too, can't it?
No.
Yes, if you create a sound.
Yeah. Create a sound. But it's not both.
Yeah, no, Doug is actually going to, outside of the compound, make the sound of a flail snail screaming. He's going to basically go back to the far corner near the road, and cast the sound as far away as he can out into another part of the city.
Just trying to imagine the sound of a snail flailing.
A flail snail. It screams.
It's very high-pitched screaming.
I would do it, but Zev would probably hurt me.
All right, you take the time to make your way out. That way you can get this as far out of the compound as you can. Casting it, the loud high pitch goes out. It echoes for roughly 120 feet.
Do the dogs... I assume I left the rest of them there to watch the dogs. Do the dogs take off after it?
No.
Damn.
They maintain sitting there eating the charred flesh of these humanoids.
I tried.
That you did. But even though they're stupid dogs, unfortunately, rolled pretty.
What?
Stupid dog!
You made us look bad.
You're still doing that thing where you break up, by the way, Hoda.
Yeah, I don't know what does that, because it only does it during D&D.
No, it doesn't. It does it during normal conversation.
Whatever. Whoever says anything during normal conversation, you guys just don't care.
Motherfucker!
I haven't had any breaking on my end. You're making me horny. Stop.
Funny how it never breaks up when you cry.
I thought you were supposed to say, no, stop. You'll give me an erection.
Too late.
So I'm going to put you all here.
My keyboard's sitting at a really weird angle now.
Kazakh only wants you to stop if it's going to kill his erection.
You know, if that didn't work, he would probably try the T-Rex as an illusion. If the sound didn't catch their attention, he'd probably just try again, but only make the image like a T-Rex.
You're going to make an image of a T-Rex?
Yeah.
Coming at them?
Yep.
All right. What are you doing with this T-Rex?
Kind of like how the T-Rex looked when it was charging at Escalon for wanting to eat him.
Considering you have to be within 30 feet. You have to cast it within 30 feet of where you are.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it look like it's hunting.
Why don't you just put it over Zevik and have Zevik rush it and attack one? This way it gives it some kind of substance.
I could do that if you'd rather.
Yeah!
Why don't you make Zevik look like that Yanti that I headbutted?
No.
No.
Because let's put it this way. I'm struggling with thinking about a physical illusion scaring these things because they're a little bit busy with, eating. Very malnourished wild dogs. And an illusion that isn't necessarily making any noise, and I roll
Doug will make
on their perception checks.
Doug will make a noise that sounds like the T-Rex when it's going rah as he's sending the illusion forward.
What did that sound like again?
Actually, I think Zevik would just do it.
Yeah. Well.
And if you really want me to do
that. No. Let Doug do it. Just let Doug make the sound. Seriously.
I want to hear that again. Come on, Squishy.
You're good.
Was that the T-Rex or the flail snail?
The flail snail.
Oh, okay.
But no, he will make some sort of imitation roar noise.
All right. Make your best imitation T-Rex noise.
I can't, because
You got this. You got this.
There. That just sounds like Damien.
I don't want to change my volume settings because I got them perfect, but I sure as fuck ain't getting my ears blown out.
Let's see if they'll notice that. Yeah, they do. You see a bunch of dogs kind of heads cocked look up and then see the T-Rex, and then they just fucking belt it for the fucking opening. Bye, puppies. Right here, you have a nice reflecting pool. What looks like to be a blown part of a wall of some sort of building. And your effigy.
What? Swing. I'm gonna try and break down the effigy.
Doug will make his way over, cautiously eyeing everything. And
am I okay to hit this thing?
Hold on a sec. I can't roll an Arcana check because my window is being faggoty, but hold on.
It's being like a cigarette? Nice.
Indeed.
Dear roll 20. Please stop resetting all of my windows. Oh my god. Does it seem to be magical?
No!
Yep, you're good. Just wag it.
Then break. You easily cut through the wood of the glaive, especially now that it's mostly charred.
This is a pool of water?
Yes.
Is it...
Be happy I muted myself just now. Oh, my God.
Does it look clean, water?
I don't know. Does it?
Do I need a perception check to see how clean it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does it look clean?
Oh, it looks pretty clean.
All right.
Cannonball! No, I'm just kidding.
I am going to dip my hand in it and smell it.
Oh, God.
This reminds me of a date I had.
You've already made your perception check.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna use the water of this thing to like clean my face and other parts of
He
my
touches the water,
clothes.
wipes it across his face. His face starts melting off.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there goes Esgalon again. Fuck.
All right. You dip your hands in, start rinsing it off. Get a little bit in your mouth. Definitely tastes a little corpsey.
Ew. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop.
It's almost like you could have just asked Doug to rinse you off earlier this morning. Or even to prestidigitate you clean.
You know, I've had that thought. I don't know why I don't ever do it. Maybe because your magic sometimes scares me.
I'm
Is that
going to
go over here and
magic
start
on you, harmfully.
taking a leak all over everything? Just yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could ask you to clean me up, and next thing I know,
What the hell was that?
jettison through a river.
Did you guys hear that?
Hello?
Hello?
Did you just pee on somebody?
Is that corpse pile talking?
Seems to be coming from underneath the rubble that Zevik is pissing on over there.
Does Zevik actually?
Zevik gives it a 2 shake and
Does it sound familiar?
hello?
Oh, thank God someone lived.
It sounds familiar.
Who are you before I stab first and ask questions later?
And what language is it in?
Wait. Don't stab.
I'm gonna sprinkle
We're
some
fine
water
here.
on the effigies.
Me and my organization were attacked by snake people.
What's your organization?
3. The Red Wizard's a thing.
I say we leave him here.
Wait. I'm just their scribe. And
I don't believe you.
Oh, you leave me to die here?
I mean, you guys are all about being lichy.
I'm not even a wizard.
Is there any way we can confirm that?
Duck's gonna insight check it.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Zevik kind of like, can I see him in the rubble?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know that he's only buried deep enough that he probably felt your piss in between rocks.
Zevik looks back over his shoulder.
Over the stones, Doug's just gonna be like, worst case scenario, we beat him up and take a shit.
Fine. Sheathing his sword, he's gonna start moving the rocks out of the way. Be ready to nuke this son of a bitch if he fucks around.
Doug will move back and ready a magic spell.
Do you need a check to see how fast I remove the rubble or anything?
What magic spell are you readying?
Knowing Doug and knowing what little he's heard about the Wizards of Thay, probably a Scorching Ray.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make me a just general strength check. Yes. Over about the course of 30 minutes, you're able to clear enough rubble that this man can start getting out. He is thin, gaunt, looks absolutely exhausted, just covered with the dust and rubble from what was that building.
And wet piss.
Just a little bit. He's wearing a brown tunic and pants. He's got stringy white hair, mostly balding on top, and just kind of a little chin beard.
Does he look emaciated and or corpse-like?
He looks... no, because he has somewhat of a muscle tone still on him, but he looks absolutely exhausted.
Zevik tosses him one of his ration packs.
He quickly just greedily starts eating it.
Slow it down. You eat too quickly, you'll make yourself sick. Yeah.
I have extra.
Good point. Thank you all.
The fuck are you doing here?
I'm Orvix Akramus. I came here with the Red Wizards as a historian and a knowledge keeper for them.
And what were you doing here?
Oh, this is where we had set up base camp.
For what?
Our expedition into Omu, searching for the tomb.
What tomb?
Oh, the tomb of the 9 gods. Why are you all here?
We're looking for a friend.
I'll be right back. I gotta help the wife unload, sorry.
Giggity.
I didn't say I'm gonna give the wife a load, but yeah.
No, I suppose we will take a short break then.
Okay. I sprinkled holy water around the FLG, just to let you know.
Alrighty.
Okay.
It sizzles inside. Zevik's piss.
So you're saying Zevik's piss is unholy.
That's an interesting chemical reaction.
He's a demon!
All I hear in my head is Bulma going, "Oh God, it's everywhere."
But can it get the chrome? Can it get the chrome off the Cadillac? I didn't say that right. Never mind. Forget the last 3 minutes I just spoke.
Fair enough. I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go get some snacks.
I actually need to use the restroom.
Do remember we are going down to take a big look at that desk. So there will be plenty of break time today.
As opposed to normal where you work as like a slave driver.
You love it.
No.
I'm back.
Joy.
With tea.
I feel like we should just start calling you Baby Legs.
Start calling what? Huh? What?
I feel like we should just start calling you Baby Legs.
Baby legs? Why?
You got fucking tiny ass legs.
Why do you think I have tiny ass legs?
You do.
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that?
Because you do.
How so?
You got skinny ass legs, and you're always like, "I'm fat," but your legs are fucking tiny.
Well, I mean, there's not much fat on my legs.
Yep. Baby legs.
So because my legs aren't fat, I'm baby legs.
Yep. Impeccable squish logic.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can't believe I fell back asleep like that today.
Oh yeah, it's so surprising. It's not like you don't do that frequently.
I mean, I got like a ton of fucking sleep. Like, I literally came home and went to bed this morning.
I'm back.
Welcome, Burke.
I'm back.
Stopped me from going and selling my soul for e-juice.
You're addicted, and you should stop. Stop vaping, Hoda.
So while we're waiting, you should take this picture that Squish put into Discord and use it as the spiritual weapon token.
Except playing with Discord screws up all the cameras.
Open it on your phone.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I can open it up on my phone and then not be able to do anything with it from my phone to computer. Unless you want me to open my phone, pull it off onto my phone, send it to myself on an email, download it onto my computer, and then move it over.
Sure. Why not?
I
No.
mean, I could send it to you by email.
Or drop it in his Discord. Or not his Discord, drop it in his Dropbox.
I don't think you guys can drop anything into that Dropbox, actually. It's only there
That's
for you
true.
guys to be able to access.
That's probably true. Yeah. Email it to him.
I emailed it to you.
You emailed it to me.
I did.
Based off of that last history check I did last time, I do remember how big it was.
And probably what it felt like.
Yep.
Given that you rolled a 19.
So is that detailed from what you saw or what you felt?
But I could remember of what I saw and what I felt.
Alrighty.
Welcome back!
Thank you.
He seems so thrilled.
I know I got a whole bunch of shit I got to move around here. And now that I'm done with the aggravation, that is definitely the Master Sword. Now that I'm done with the aggravation of finding a house, now I'm in the aggravation of getting everything ready to move from the house, especially when I'm just about to buy a brand new desk that I got to bring over here, but then I got to bring over there. It's just frustrating.
Yep. On the plus side, at least you don't live with someone who's so naive that they believe the moving company is going to pack all of your shit for you.
For a fee.
Yeah, my roommate legitimately thought that's how moving companies work.
No.
I know. Well, the best part is I didn't find out about that.
No, we're doing that shit ourselves. 26-foot fucking U-Haul and just calling it a day.
The thing is, I didn't find out that that's what he thought until the day the movers were showing up. So none of his shit was packed.
Yeah, and ahead of time. Sorry that like my fucking having to do a bunch of shit today is gonna fuck with at least me being here for D&D. My bad.
No, dude, you know we're gonna have to just pause that while you're gone.
Yeah, because it's gonna. I don't know whatever time, because we had to get because our truck has one of those hard tops on the back over the bed, and we have nowhere. I could take it off, but we have nowhere to put it. So we had to call a friend of ours to come over and let us use his truck. So whenever he gets here is when I'm gonna have to bow out.
You have nowhere to put it. Oh yeah, because you're at an apartment. Yeah, I would have straight leaned it over up against somebody's fucking side of their apartment. Personally.
It'll either A, scratch it, or B, warp the fiberglass.
Or somebody will take off with it.
Yeah, that's more likely the most possible outcome there. For sure.
We can always pause it and play cards until you come back.
Well, I'm not. I don't think my ride's going to be here for another 30, 45 minutes. Plus, I want to eat first. Yeah. And then we're going to go do that and come back and put it in there and then giggity. But so yeah, for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be in and out, but I'll let Hoda know ahead of time. But yeah.
All right, where was I?
His name is Orvix Ocarina. We're just going to call him Ocarina.
Ocarina. She's moving the truck.
Just told you he was the historian for the Red Wizards of Bay. That we're here. And that they are here looking for...
So what do you want with this tomb?
They want the soulmonger.
Oh, so where's this tomb located?
That I do not know yet.
Of course you don't.
Sorry.
He's only spent the last, 3 days under a pile of rocks.
Well.
Exactly, Smid.
Turn that down. Do you have any idea where the tomb might be? Were you close to finding that out? What's up here? I mean, I think we deserve a little something for saving you and not killing you.
Do you have any water?
Do you have any more information?
I will offer him.
Zevik puts up a hand and stops Escalon immediately.
I will give you whatever you want, sir.
All right, let him drink.
I give him one of my water skins.
All right. He happily takes several large drinks, washing down the dry horribleness of the MRE.
What's the point in spending fucking extra money on chips when I grab?
I agree, Angry Lady.
You shut up.
North of the city. That's probably. Holy crap. The crackling. North of the city, there's said to be an obelisk that marks the entrance. The scouts we had sent said something about needing keys. We assumed it might have something to do with the trickster gods.
Great.
So basically, y'all don't know shit.
Well, I know that we've had reports that several of the shrines that were visited to had certain keys that we could get to, but I don't know if any of the groups ever did. We'd only been here set up for 3 days, and then, well, he kind of motions to all the charred, dead humanoids.
The insight check was to see if he's telling us the truth on how far they've gotten.
He is indeed.
And all of them are pretty much dead, as far as you know?
No, these aren't any of our scouting parties, or our leader we had here. But this was everyone that was encamped here for the night.
So, how many of you guys are running around the city?
That I'm not for sure. They were here before I got here, with the large contingency.
Doug's just gonna give him a look. Like, really? You don't know how many people you've got running around the city?
I'm not a red wizard. I was brought here as a scholar of this place.
Well, you must have been fucking worth something for him to drag your ass out here.
They needed to read this. He kind of moves a couple of the pieces of rubble over and points to an etching of what seems to be an old language on part of the crumbled wall that he was under.
Okay. Doug will meander over and take a look.
History check. Looking at this, it definitely looks like it's based on Old Saruk, and you can easily decipher what's going on with this. And what you see is part of probably the middle chunk, a couple of sentences of what seems to be some sort of story.
Where's the rest of it?
He motions to the rebel.
Zavik, this could be important. We're gonna have to play puzzle pieces. Doug is going to create one of Tensor's floating dicks. And basically use it to help move the pieces around to see if I can decipher this, like figure out what order they go in. Like I've got puzzle pieces and I'm trying to move them to the right spot.
Alright, make me a general intelligence check.
I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard if I rolled.
Over the course of about 3 hours, you all managed to get these wall pieces set up in a way that can easily be read. In which case, let me give you the thingy. Giggity. There it is. Squishy, if you want to read that.
What am I reading?
I hit the show to players button. You should have something on your screen.
It is blank.
Yeah, it's a blank window with a title.
Yeah.
Ah! Well, that's too bad. Looks like
Mine just reset too, so.
What's that?
Mine just reset. Thanks, Roll20. Can you literally paste it in chat?
Oh, over 2,000 characters. Let's see what that gets us. There you go.
So do you actually want me to read this out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doug will translate it over the sending stones, but he will not read it out loud to this guy. And in fact, he's probably eyeballing this dude, trying to see if this guy can even read it.
You can definitely tell that he can.
Stories of Omu's 9 trickster gods died with the Omuans who worshipped them. As characters explore... Okay, you know, I'm not going to read that part.
Yep, don't worry
Long
about
ago, the god Ubatao, or Ubate, or however the fuck you want to pronounce his miserable name, hardened his heart and vowed to weep for the people of Omu no longer. The rain stopped, the jungles withered and died, and death swept through Omu. One morning, a wise Zorbo, whatever the hell that is, emerged from her hollow tree and spoke to the dying Omuians. I'm just going to call them moo cows. To convince Ubatao of their worth, she decided to cook him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked a Willy Almirage to help her.
Wiley.
I'm more concerned with the word that comes after it.
It's Almirage, yes.
And you don't get to correct me on how to say stuff. The Almirage snuck recklessness into the pot, which she saw as a virtue, and Ubatao spat out the stew when he tasted it. From that day on, Obalaka, the Zorbo, and Aijin, the Almirage, became terrible enemies. At noon, a brave Kamadan hopped down from her rock. She saw the evil in the Mumu's hearts and decided to lance it with like a troublesome boil. The Kamadan fashioned a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and a crafty grung stole it. In her rage, Shigambi, the Kamadan, forgot all about the Mumus and chased Nangang, the grung, forever across the sky. When evening came, a wily Eblis stepped from his reed hut. He didn't like the Mumus, but without them, he'd have no one to play his tricks on. The Eblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Ubato, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Ubato, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan, the froghemoth, returned to Papazotl, the Eblis, he chased Papazotl into the swamp with his new tentacles. That night, the Sioux monster broke into Ubatao's palace and stole a pail of water from the Mumus. When the god came running to find it, the Sioux monster hid the pail in a Jaculi's burrow. Ubatao asked the jungle animals where his water was hidden, and Moa, the Jaculi, was too honest to lie. When Wongo, the Sioux monster, found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the Jaculi and eat him up. All the while, Unk, the flail snail, lived deep under the earth. The noise of the other animals fighting made her slither up to the surface, and when day dawned over her shell, the light blinded Ubatao and made his eyes water. Life returned to Omu, and the people built shrines to honor the animals who had saved them.
Why does that sound like a Todd story?
Yeah, I agree.
I just kind of was like...
Alright, sorry to say, but I'm going to have to get going.
That's the radio. That's pretty much what I did. Rolled the window down.
I'll see you guys in a bit.
And they're bouncing in my seat.
Sorry!
I got like...
Alright, so what are we doing while he's gone? Because, like, he's
Something.
gotta be here.
Yeah. You gonna play cards? All of Discord is now Hoda.
Yay! Me! Let me check something here. Oh, bullshit, Squishy. It's no fair. You had sushi?
Dude, I sent that, like...
Yeah, I just saw it. Sushi. What to do. So how long did he say he was going to be?
Like 2 hours.
Good lord. Oh shit, we might as well stop. Stop until he gets back. Because that means I'm probably gonna... do I want to eat my leftovers, or I want to... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut stream.
Okay. And then
That's
we'll
gonna
just,
be too long.
Yeah, we'll just resume.
Bye. Bye, stream.
Okay, we'll be back.